Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is what if Asta got the powers slash abilities of the Jade Emperor. Or Jade Emperor, yeah. Or the King, slash the King. This is the same damn thing, just different names, okay? But not the point. This is, part 3 of it. What's it called? What was it called? Oh yeah. I also want to mention that, probably what's it called? What if Asta was a reincarnation of Kakashi Atake and Gojo Satoru and had metallic magic? Might end on part 7. I'm probably gonna do it today, probably. But I actually want to start on 2 new what ifs that I actually thought of. Well, not thought of. Mostly one was suggested and the other one was kind of thought of. I did mention that I have other what ifs, but yeah, I really gotta make a list and what kind of what ifs I want to do or whatever. But not the point. Let me first go into this what if and let me shut the fuck up. So we begin into Asta. Asta is right now like in, well, the kind of like building of the Black Bulls, and he is asleep. Now you see here, Asta has kind of been doing other missions. This is where Asta has going on dangerous missions and easily destroying anyone. Now of course it's been a couple of days, but yeah. Of course, it worked well. 2 people kind of walk towards the Black Bulls. Of course, having black cloaks and running through the rain because it was raining at this time. They kind of go through the doors, and of course, a bunch of people are talking to them. Of course, this is Mariana and Fatzel. Of course, Asta wakes up after kind of hearing so much noise, goes downstairs to kind of just get a glass of water and then go back to sleep. That's where Asta kind of sees what's it called, Fansel and Mariana. Now, Asta does know about Fansel and Mariana since the fact that he kind of destroyed half the diamond. Well, the Diamond Empire because fuck it, he was bored. This is where Asta says, Fansel, Mariana, what are you doing here? This is where, well, they say Asta. This is where Asta says, shut up. This is where, well, not, they didn't say Asta. Asta, they say Jade. Wait, Emperor? This is where Asta says, huh? Hey, this is where, well, they say you joined a black, but you weren't here a couple of months ago. I just joined recently, so well. This is where, well, Fansel says, good to know. Now you can stop having that god egotistic or whatever. Shut the fuck up, Asta said. I am not that arrogant and all that. Leave me alone. This is where, well, Asta says, but whatever, I need to drink a glass of water and that's all. This is where, well, they see Asta get a glass of water, drink it, and they just kind of go back upstairs and not care that much. This is where, well, before Asta was going back upstairs, he then asked, well, Fansel and Mariano and why they're here. This is where, well, they talk about Donna. This is where Asta says, oh, you finally found her? Good. This is where, well, they said, yeah, but then she got captured by the witches. Yeah, what? Oh, wait, no, Donna was the witch, Asta said. Interesting. But they said, but we didn't even tell you if she was a witch or not. How do you... Asta says, I know a lot of things, but good luck with the others kind of helping you out. I am tired as hell. Asta kind of just goes to sleep, and yeah. That's where both Mariana and even Fansel says, great. Fuck it. This is where they still ask the Black Bulls, and this is where some of them would like to go. And this is where, Asta didn't actually had a kind of, well, when he was dreaming, he actually realized one thing. The Queen of Witches has the other magical stone. This is where Asta goes back downstairs, tired. But of course, he doesn't care. He walks through the door. And this is where, well, they ask where Asta is going. Asta's saying, I'm going to go get the other magical stone that's in the Queen of Witches hideout. That means if I have to obliterate the witches out of my way, I will. This is where everyone pales at the sight of what Asta said. Asta disappeared in an instant, right now appearing in the witches hideout. This is where, well, Asta kind of sees it's still raining and pouring down. But this is where Asta, he uses dirt high just to see the future and all that. And sees the witches and the evasion. This is where Asta says, okay, so if I get rid of the witches and evasion and other things, it won't be a problem much. Asta kind of goes to the mountains first because he knows the invasion is coming and all that. Thanks to the Eye of the Midnight and even what's called the Well, the fuck, for fuck's sakes, how am I gonna forget this? Also, the what's it called, diamond mages. That's what Asta says. I guess I'll wipe out a little bit more mages and then done. That's what. Oh, Asta is now at a couple of mountains, just like there, sitting there. And of course, well, he knows he has to go get the one magic stone, and even the girl named Donna, or mostly the female, who is kind of married to Fanzel. But yeah, that's where Asta just yawns, and of course, this is where Asta sees the invasion coming, slowly but surely. And this is where Asta, he says, time to wipe them out from existence. And this is where Asta makes a small ball and flick it so fast towards the diamond mages that when the diamond mages see this tiny ball just going toward them, it expands and obliterates almost the entire army, destroying a couple mountains with them. This is when the Eye of the Midnight is trying to sneak in. They see the explosion. Even the witches see it from far away. This is where so many other people see it. But yeah, this is what, well, the diamond mages won their eyes. It was the same explosion that happened in the, what's it called? Well, in the Diamond Kingdom. This is where some of them are confused and realizing if that one person is back. This is where Asta appears right now with his sword, the Takamaki blade. And of course, this is where, well, he slashed down so many people with just one swing. Like, he swings the sword once and it cuts down almost a bunch of people horizontal. They just get cut in half. This is where, well, Asta then turns around and dodges an attack from, well, Mars, who sent a diamond spear, and this is where Asta cuts that shit. This is where he starts cutting it easily, but this is where Lothorus rushes at him and trying to absorb his magic, and when he gets to Asta and grabs him from the forehead, no magic's coming out. This is where Asta, he grabs Lothorus' hand with just 2 fingers and breaks all the bones. When I mean 2 fingers, I mean the fucking thumb and index finger. He just pinches it. Bah! It snaps all the bones in Lothorus' hand. This is where Lothorus screams in pain, but this is where, well, he's cut into 2 halves. This is where he falls down. This is where, well, Mars won his eyes and realized that his diamond mages are getting wiped out. This is where Asta, he then just says hyperspeed times 5. This is where, well, not hyper speed times 5. He's a hyper speed. 40 slashes. This is where, oh, he like closed his eyes and then opened them again. And this is where his emerald eyes are kind of like glowing. And of course, this is where, well, he disappears and cuts almost all the dimensions. This is where Mars was actually cut down also, and he falls down. Straight down. All the other dimensions were falling down. This is where, well, Mars says, damn it, no. He falls down. This is where, well, Asta says, well, there's one group. Time to go to the other one. Hyper speed. He goes straight, flying through the air, straight towards, well, the Eye of the Midnight. This is where the Eye of the Midnight says, who are you? This is where Asta says, me? I'm the Jade Emperor. I am your fucking god. Now die and be obliterated. Fauna sees this and says, no, not him again. This is where, Asta smiles with this evil grin, and of course this is where his third eye is unlocked. And this is where Fauna's third eye also unlocks, but this is where Asta's third eye actually has an ability called Cancel. And Cancel the third eye that Fauna tried to use. This is where Fauna's magic is not powerful, and this is where, well, other people try to use their magic and realize they got cancelled. Their magic. Somehow. They don't know how, but this is where Asta says, well, pretty interesting that all of you are still here. Let me show you true powerful God. This is where, well, he snaps his fingers and says, meteor shower. This is where 3 meteors come from the sky. Of course, it's still raining and cloudy and you couldn't see it, but they just kind of just go through the clouds, and of course, like, multiple meteors, these huge ass meteors, are coming from the sky behind Asta. And all you think is, damn, this is the end of the world. Because yes, Asta summoned about 10 meteors from the sky, and these meteors are the same height as when Madara uses that, what's it called, well, not planetary devastation, mostly the, what's it called, Conclash or whatever, jutsu. Of course, this is where, well, all of them wind their eyes and realize they're all dead. This is where all of them try to beg for their god, for like lich, or to kind of help them. This is where they ask Fauna for help, but Fauna realizes she's dead. No way in hell she's able to survive that. Asta smiled with this evil grin. Of course, one of his eyes are open while one of them is closed, and his third eye is open. It's where one is green. One of his eyes is like glowing green. His third eye is glowing reddish, and of course his other eye, the right side, is closed, and this is where Asta screams so evilly. This is where Asta is holding in one hand, mostly his right hand, the sword of the Taku, the sword that usually the king has. And in other hand, he just has his fingers unsnap. You know, when you snap them and you just have what's called both your thumb and index finger up in the air and all that. But yeah, this is where Asta says goodbye and hope you survive. As you know, you people aren't gonna survive. This is where Asta, he just jumped backwards to the meter, but this is where he disappeared. This is where everyone says, no, please. It explodes. Multiple things were wiped out from that area. Not many Eye of the Midnight. Nah, I'm just kidding. Not even a single Eye of the Midnight survived. This is where Fauna is extremely hurt. This is where, she having her salamander, but her salamander is at its like baby stage. It's not even at the adult size. No, it is at its baby stage. Reason why is because the salamander uses so much power to try to defend Fauna, but Fauna was still hurt. One of her arms are kind of mangled up. That's when Asta appears saying, "Whoa, didn't expect you to survive that much. I thought you would be wiped out from existence. Even with your human body, that's pretty pathetic for you to even dare stand against me." And so what? Asta then uses the blade and was about to cut cut Fauna until something happens. This is where Mars appears saying, "Don't you dare hurt her." This is where the fire around him and of course the wound that he's trying to heal is barely being able to healing. It's kind of just there still at the cut. And of course this is where Asta says, "Yo, I didn't expect you to survive that slash." This is where Fauna says, "I don't need a human's help." This is where Asta says, "Let me help you with this." Asta appears right now towards the head of Fauna and rips out a soul. This is where he uses a third eye telekinesis and rips out he also uses an ability called Soul Ripper. This is where he ripped out a soul from Fauna. And this is where it's not Fauna's soul, it's the elf one. That's where Asta says, "Let me just get rid of this for you." Crushing it and of course erasing it from existence. This is where Mars says, "Fauna, are you okay?" Of course he's coughing up blood. That's where Asta says, "Well, I should probably get rid of both of you. Who really cares? You humans are nothing to me. Besides, I don't really have human emotions. So, goodbye." This is where, before Asta was able to cut them down, this is where Fansel and Mariana managed to stop Asta from doing it. Mariana appears with her sword, mostly an ice sword, and tries to block the sword that Asta had. But Asta stops the sword before it even cut Fauna's head off. Or mostly like, cut her head into two. This is where Asta says, "What are you doing, Mariana?" Mariana, the blade, so sharp, it cut air in front of me. This is where, not just air in front of her, also magic. Magic was trying to, magic, it flows everyone. Like, it flows through everyone, and it's very, not magic mana mostly, but of course, this is where natural mana, natural mana gets cut. Ting. Of course, this is where, the blade is so sharp enough. Of course, also says, this is where Fansel says, "Mars, are you okay?" This is where Mars says, "Fansel, Mariana, I'm fine." He falls down. This is where both of them are kind of asking Asta why he did this. This is where Asta says, "Because they're the enemies." Now, if you don't mind me, I'm going to the witch's hideout. This is where Asta disappeared before even they can even ask to stop, because Asta is right now rushing towards it. Now, of course, this is where with the destruction of those two, factions being destroyed in an instant, the witches are kind of, in the outskirts. Of course, not protecting the inside. And of course, where, the Black Bulls, mostly Vanessa, Finro, and even what's called and Shinkai managed to sneak in. Of course, where, thanks to, Finro's portal. When they get to the Queen Witch's hideout, this is The Queen Witcher says, "Ah, Vanessa, you're here. I was hoping for you to get here. Besides, why did you bring your friends?" This is where, well, Vanessa says, "Because I won't lose. I won't give up. Give us back Donna." This is where Donna makes, or whatever her name is. Donna, mostly. She says, "Vanessa's a trap." That's what? The Queen Witch says, "It's time for you to come back to me, Vanessa. You've been mine, always be mine." This is where she says, "Blood magic creation. Blood domain." This is where the blood domain appears around Vanessa, and Vanessa says, "No." This is where, well, the blood domain gets just obliterated. This is where the Queen Witch says, "What?" This is where Asta appears, punching her in the face. Bah! This is where the Queen Witch smashes through the fucking, like, well, wall and through the wall. Of course, smashing into multiple trees. But before that, Asta took the magic stone and says, "Well, here's the magic stone. What are y'all looking at?" This is where Vanessa winds her eyes. She didn't expect Asta to just easily wipe out the, well, factions and then come back and just destroy the Queen of Witches. Asta says, "I even said I was going to destroy the Queen of Witches. You can't blame on me saying that I'm evil." Which, I might be evil, but at least I'm evil. This is what they say, Asta. Or not Asta, they say Emperor. This is what, well, Asta says, well, at least you finally know how to say my name. I was like, if I think you were gonna call me Jade. Whatever. This is where, well, Asta was kind of like walking towards the crater of where what's called the Queen Witches just flew through. And this is where Asta has his blade out, and this is where Vanessa says, "No, I can't let you." This is where, well, she actually activates a string of fate, and before Asta can even swing a slash, an invisible slash, straight towards the Queen Witch, the fate actually managed to touch Asta. Now, one thing is for sure, the Queen Witch arm still gets cut off. This is where the Queen Witch screams out in pain. Vanessa is shocked. She thought she was able to change the fate of Asta. Asta says, "Oh, you tell you can change the fate of a god? You really are pathetic at that." What's it called, Vanessa? "Your fate can be changed, of course. Well, your cat, the fate, can change people, but can't change gods. Maybe you can, but I'm too damn strong. But whatever, I should probably start killing this witch." This is where, well, Vanessa says, "No, please, stop." This is where, well, Vanessa says, "Okay, I'll stop." This is where Vanessa says, "Really?" "Yep." This is where, well, Vanessa narrows her eyes, and this is where Asta says, "Well, I am." "Okay, then get away from the hole." Asta says, "Okay." That's where Asta is moving out of the hole. But this is where Asta activates something. Something that, well, the Queen Witches was afraid of. Afraid of multiple giant-ass swords coming from the sky. And these entities that are white seems to be beings with angel wings and red eyes. And of course a blank face but with red eyes. And a bald head mostly, but yeah. This is where, oh, Asta says, "Welcome, angels. Kill her now." This is where Vanessa says, "No!" This is where the Queen Witches wind her eyes and realize she is dead. This is where, well, Asta smiles at this evil grin. And before Vanessa can even do anything, she tries to even save her mother. This is where, well, something happens. The swords stop in mid-air. And of course, where Asta, he kind of just looks up and sees with a calm, well, sees something that actually managed to stop them. This is where, well, Asta kind of noticed who this person was. And this is where Asta stops for a second. He stops the swords and all that. And of course, where, well, he stops all the things together, like all the things and disappear. This is where Asta disappears and kind of follows this entity that he just decided to follow. This is where, well, Asta is gone. This is where, well, everyone is confused, but yeah, that happened. This is where, well, we go into a time skip of, well, everyone celebrating getting the magic stones. Of course, this is where Noelle had the magic stone. For some confusing reason, like, Asta just threw it towards her, and Asta then disappeared. This is where Asta then landed on the ground while everyone was celebrating, and just kind of walked through the doors and without anyone even noticing him. This is where Asta didn't care about anyone noticing him or anything. This is where Asta, he gets towards his room and goes to sleep. This is where, well, the next day happens, and of course, it's just a festival between, well, everyone in the group of the Clover Kingdom, but yeah. Of course, we go into that. Now, of course, everyone is kind of like happy and celebrating and all that. And of course, where we go into the celebration. We'll see what just happened, or mostly of the what's it called scores of the squads happening. Of course, Julius explains in what rank everyone should be at for the different squads, and this worked well. Squad 1, it is some of the Golden Dawn is getting hype and saying, yeah, probably be able to do it because shows so much more improving skills. The Black Bulls. It's where everyone spits out their like drinks, food, and other things. Even the Black Bull says, "What? But you were supposed to be dead last." It's where everyone is confused. Asta, who is right now just on a building and not seeming to care that much about being anywhere near anyone, is right now just relaxing. He heard the call of the number 1 spot, and then he heard the rookie of the year. This is where everyone is confused because when Julius read the name, it said Jade Emperor. This is where everyone says, an emperor did this? Hell no. This is where Julius says, who the hell is this? This is where he remembers kind of seeing the list of the Black Bulls and then seeing Jade Emperor being all the way dead last, but with the most stars out of everyone in the Black Bulls. He collected over 200 stars in a matter of only a couple of fucking weeks. This is where not just 200, it was actually 500. And that's why the Black Bulls were ranked number 1 and even the highest record beater ever. That's where everyone is so damn confused. Now, of course, Julius has not really met Asta. Well, he has when Asta did kind of brought him magic stones. And of course, where Asta walked away, which Julius tried to talk to Asta, but Asta just walked away and not giving a shit that much and teleported. That's where Julius is trying to figure out who Asta really is. Well, he knows that Asta is this person who is strong as hell, but he just doesn't know who he is. He doesn't even know how Asta looks like because Asta had a hood on. Mostly the Jade Emperor was called clothes does have a hood on, so of course Asta just put it on. So of course this is where Julius doesn't even know how he looks like that much, mostly his hair or anything. So of course he's hoping for Asta or Jade Emperor to kind of come out. No one appears. Everyone in the Black Bulls wind their eyes, realizing that Jade Emperor has the one to kind of got these many stars, but it's not showing up. This is where all of them wind their eyes. Is he this antisocial? This is where all of them then remembers the idea of how Asta doesn't know much about human emotions, doesn't really care about human emotions, and yeah, he just raised differently. This is what when heard the Jade Emperor, he says, "What the fuck is the Jade Emperor?" This is where so many people are confused. This is where Nozel, the Green Prairie Mantis, Char is already drunk and knocked out. This is where Yami, he is drunken and doesn't really care about where Asta should be at. And this is where Nozel and the Green Prairie Mantis says, "That guy? He got that many stars?" This is where Nozel regrets if not taking Asta into the group. And of course, where the Green Praying Mantis says, "Holy shit." This is where, the Green Praying Mantis then asks Julius to just go on if he's not showing up. This is where everyone is confused in where this person is at, but yeah. This is where Asta yawns and says, "Should we get down there? Should I care? Probably." This is where, Asta then disappears and teleports right into, the spot where the Black Bull should be at. And of course, where, Asta doesn't have the Black Bull robe on because he just doesn't give a shit that much. Asta yells and says, "What do you want?" This is where, Julius says, "You must be the Jade Emperor then. You're the Rookie of the Year for the Black Bulls." Cool. I never really care that much, just fighting because people were too weak of me to even fight. There's where a bunch of people say arrogant. Asta says gravity times 10. This is where everyone smashes to the ground, kneeling upon Asta. And this is where Asta says better. That's why Asta lets go of the gravity, and of course everyone winds their eyes on how powerful Asta is, really. This is where he even bowed down the cactus, and even Julius was almost struggling to get back up. This is where Asta says, that's better. He fell asleep while standing up, but yeah. This is where, next Julie says, next it's the Golden Dawn, second place. The Rookie of the Year. This is where appears, and this is where before he even gets a chance to even ask Asta to sleep. This is where, next it is the, Blue Rose. The Blue Rose Rookie of the Year is Asta. This is where a bunch of people say, huh? This is where, two of the second and third rank are having not two grimoires, but mostly a grimoire with 4 leaves on each of their, one of their grimoires. Well, not one of them, mostly both of them has 2, 4-leaf grimoires. Now, of course, the next will be what they call the Green Praying Mantis, the Silver Eagles, and this and that and that, and so on and so on and so on. But yeah, that's where, everyone is shocked to see that Asta seems to just not care that much. That's where gets angry and says, "Hey, what's it called, Belle? Come out." That's where Belle says, "Yeah, 100%." This is what Belle does, and a Wind Spirit arrow sent straight into Asta. Asta wakes up and sees the Wind Spirit arrow, and he gets hit directly. And of course, everyone winds their eyes. That's where Asta yawns, by kind of just like yawning, and of course, like swinging the air in front of him just to like blast the smoke away. And that's where Asta says, "What the hell was that?" That's where winds his eyes and says, "What?" Asta says, "You really are pathetic, You really are annoying also." It's where Belle says, "But that was all the power that we can muster." This is where, Belle realized one thing. Asta's not loved by Mana. There's no way in hell that attack was able to let anyone survive. Asta says, "What are you looking at me? Do you realize one thing, that you can't hurt a god? You really are weak." This is where, gets angry, and this is where, is going to attack Asta. But this is where the king appears and says, "Aha, I am the king, blah, 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 blah." This is where the king keeps, like, announcing whatever, and this is where Asta says, "Oh my gosh, shut up." This is where the king says, "I should execute you now, you bastard, I should act." This is where, a portal appears on top of, mostly, on the above of the, like, capital and all that, a portal, and mostly this portal kind of appears 3 people. 3 people with crowns. One is the tallest, one is the, like, second tallest, and the last one is kind of smaller than both of the other 2. The first prince of, they are actually called the prince, mostly the princess, or not princess, prince of what's it called, of Notterken? Wait, they are, the prince is, what's it called, of Noctek. And of course, the first one is this dark skin, of course, buff person, has a crown and has white hair, and his name is Arden. The second one is, this kind of like smaller than the other 2. Of course, I did mention that he would have been third, but he's actually the second one. He is the second prince of Nottek, and his name is Lot. And then the last one, who's the third prince, and of course, of Nottek, and his name is, so this is what they kind of look like. So this is the first prince named Arden, the second prince named was called Lot, and then the third prince named Jowen, or Jowant, or whatever. So this is what they appeared above, mostly above the kind of capital, and mostly above the king, mostly, and of course, they are kind of just up there. Now, of course, Asta noticed them pretty easily, and this is where Asta kind of says Arden, Lot, and what's called, okay, I forgot, and Jawala. So of course, this is where they are all up there. This is where, they look down, and of course, this is where Arden says, "Ah, hello there, Asta." Asta says, "Don't call me that." This is where, Arden says, "That is your true name anyway. We can't really call you by our father's name." So Asta says, "I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right." This is where Asta says, "I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, what are you 3 doing here?" This is where, Asta says, "I know why Jowan is here. he actually was the one to kind of appear a while ago. We go into a flashback of the entity that appears up in the sky during the Queen of Witch's mostly evasion, or mostly that Asta was going to kill the Queen of Witch. Asta noticed Joel wanting to appear in this world, and of course Asta kind of followed him. But yeah, just to see what he wanted. Now of course Asta came back. They mostly had a chit chat together, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly when I mean chit chat, I mean there was a fight. Not as a I want to kill you fight, it was mostly a friendly fight. Now of course, well, Asta kind of says, so what are you, three of you doing here? Arthur says, well, we wanted to see how our younger nephew is doing. Israel says, yeah, I wanted to know, have you become stronger? This is what, well, Joanna says, you know, I already told you he became strong enough to almost defeat me. Arthur says, I guess so. That's where they kind of go down by kind of floating down there. Asta smiles, and this is where the king says, I should have to kick you off because you dare to announce yourself. I am a king of this world. Well, Joanna says, can I kill him? Arthur says, go ahead. Got it. Lava style. This is where a lava snake appears and grabs the king and right now melting his bones into nothing. This is where, well, Joanna says, that's much better. I don't need to hear his loud ass screaming. So annoying. This is where, well, Asta smiles and says, just like always, Joanna, you don't like anyone screaming at you. Of course, it's so boring and annoying. Whatever. Julius won his eyes. The king has now been wiped out. This is where everyone is right now just scared. They are right now floating up in the sky, and of course, this is where Asta floats up in the sky, smiling at them. This is where everyone has never seen Asta this, friendly before with people unknown to them. This is where, well, Asta says, so, are we, what are you all doing here anyway? This is where, well, Arthur says, I wanted to check on how strong you have become since the last time. This is where Lot says, yeah, we wanted to see how strong you were. This is where Jolan says, I already told you how strong he was. God damn, you two are idiotic annoying. This is where, well, Arthur says, I will kill you. This is where Jolan says, you can try. This is where, well, Asta smiles and says, well, I'm doing good. I've just been messing around with the human world. Not really caring that much. I can easily destroy any damn time. But what is the fun in that? Is it what, huh? Harkin says, I see. Well, we'll be around here. We'll just be looking around. We won't really bother in human matters right now. So Asta says, really? This is where, well, Arthur says, I'll just go to a very powerful place where there's like earth or something. Oh no. This is where a lot says, I saw an ice region around here and that was actually beautiful. Maybe I can make an ice castle of mine. This is where, well, Jolene says, I'm going to the magma place. This is where Arthur says, well, see you, Asta. This is where all of them disappears in a high speed, and this is where Asta says, they're going fast. Asta lands back down, and this is where Asta doesn't seem to care that much. Phase of where multiple magic knights, they're try to surround him. This is where Julius kind of explains to Asta, since they attacked the king, these magic knights will have to arrest you. Asta says, oh really, they do. This is where Asta's third eye activates, and this is where, well, telekinesis appears, and this is where he rips them all to shreds. Asta says, I don't see any of them no more. This is where Julius winds his eyes. This is where Julius says, Chromos, this is where Asta appears, grabbing him from the neck and saying, listen up, Julius Chromoste. I will rip you into two. I will rip you and kill yourself, and then rip out the other soul that you have inside you, named Lucas. Now, if you don't shut the fuck up, and sit your ass down and do whatever your Wizard King powers are available to you, stay out of God matters and sit your ass down. That's why Asta smash him down to the ground, not without a care in the world. That's why all of them wind their eyes. The Wizard King is taken out. The Clover King is taken out. That's why Asta's sitting there calmly, and with a grin that's evilly. This is where all of them wind their eyes. Yeah, Asta doesn't give a shit that much. He really doesn't show that much mercy or anything. So yeah. So of course, this is where, well, Asta says, well, I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. This is when Asta teleports and just disappears. Yeah. This is where, well, we go into, well, The next couple of days, of course, the Royal Magic Night was so happen, but of course, Asta wouldn't go in it because Asta sees it's too damn boring. Instead, he just talks with the kind of other, like, children of, well, the Jade Emperor. This is where, well, Asta is just mostly talking to them, but yeah. Of course, Asta does kind of, like, go fight a devil named Xanon, who actually appeared to try to attack, well, his kind of, like, not youngest, mostly his uncle named Joan, and of course Joan just easily destroys Xanon. Of course Xanon has tried to fight against Joan, but of course Joan was beating his ass 6-way on a damn Sunday, making sure that his ass was dead, pretty much dead. But yeah, of course Vanica did try to fight against, well, Lot, and this is where Vanica mistakes a Lot for being a girl. But Lot was actually a dude. He just has that feminine look. But yeah, of course Lot just frees her to death, but yeah. And Dante decides to piss off Arden. Now of course, they were all using double powers, but of course going against gods, they got wiped out. They legit just got wiped out. Asta was watching all the scenes and of course was laughing about how humans are so stupid and of course the devils are stupider, but yeah. But yeah, Asta then thinks of like wiping out the devils himself, but yeah. This is where Asta just says just out of pure boredom because Asta is pretty damn bored. But yeah, this is where Arden says that he will look over the human world and what the hell is they happening. But sure, you can go wipe out the devils. Besides, it's your world, not ours. It's just these people were idiotic and dare to actually fight us. Asta smiles and says, got it. This is where Asta goes to the Spade Kingdom and right now wipes out multiple Dark Tribe members without a care in the world. But this is where I'm gonna leave it off for part 3. Part 4 might be the end. Maybe. Or maybe I'll have a special character join in. Maybe. But other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sleep, potato, and good night. Bye.